What's going on, guys? This is Tanner from Honest Hair Growth. I know I haven't posted a video in quite some time. Recently I had moved out of my apartment and I quit my 9-to-5 job to start my handyman business out of Orange County. I also shaved because I knew I was going to be making a video. I just wanted to show you guys what I'd look like without facial hair, kind of what I looked like in the past as well. I did receive a comment from an individual on one of my videos that in which they're asking if I could post some more photos before using minoxidil. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and answer some of your guys' comments, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna display some before photos of before I was using minoxidil. So please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if this video helps you out, and yeah, stay tuned. So the first question I received was from a user named R, and they had asked me, will minoxidil make hairs darker, given that they have light-colored hairs, they're reddish hairs? And to answer your question, it really all depends on many variables, like your age, your predisposition or your genetics to dihydrotestosterone. So, I mean, for instance, I started when I was 22, and as you guys could probably see in the photos I'll put up, I only had maybe, little tiny bit of vellus hairs on my chin and on my mustache area. So minoxidil is intended to convert or speed up the anagen phase of hair growth, the growth phase of your hair. So that will actually in hand increase the pigmentation of your hairs. So depending on how receptive you are to DHT, your testosterone levels, your age, your genetics, yes, to answer your question, it will make the hairs darker because minoxidil will increase the pigmentation, or the I suppose you could say darkness of your hairs. Hopefully that answers your question. Alright, guys, so I received multiple comments and actually a question, and someone else had commented or answered their question, and I just wanted to address both of those comments. So the very first comment mentioned from a user named Alvaro, and he says he has seen people in which the beard is shedding after not using minoxidil, like the guy from Beard Necessities. What do you think about it? And before I answer Alvaro's question, I want to also answer it as a whole and not holistically. So I'm going to read the other comment that was also in reply to Alvaro, which was, unfortunately, the minoxidil program is in its infant stages, so I'm sure that it will be revealed later on that most hair growth is not permanent. He says, I believe that once you taper off or completely stop, the hairs will weaken, and he still believes that you need to use it constantly as long as you want facial hairs. Once you stop, it's my theory that they either fall off, or once you shave, most won't grow back. He says, good news is minoxidil has been used to reverse balding for years, and many people have reported permanent hair regrowth. Good luck on your journey. So, to answer basically both of those comments, I would say, what do I think about Beard Necessities or other people's shedding? I think personally it does depend from person to person. I cannot speak for everyone's results using minoxidil, because if someone believes that they are shedding, they are shedding. However, that is also a stage of hair growth, the exogen phase, which is normal in hair growth. So in that sense, it's normal. However, if you're talking about someone has already went through all of the stages of hair growth and they have more pigmented facial hair. So to address the second context of shedding or losing facial hair, if you will, I want to address a comment by user named Moreno, in which he believes that once you stop, your hairs will fall out, and once you shave, most won't grow back. Well, I will say this, I do think it really all depends on your particular circumstance. Now, I want you guys to think with me on this one. So, I'm a 23-year-old, right? Likely within a few years, or if not at this very point in time, I already have at least probably the majority of my terminal hairs. Of course, if I already have terminal hairs, I apply minoxidil, or at least I'm very close to receiving terminal hairs. If I apply minoxidil, and suppose within the next year I'm already bound to grow facial hair, and most of them will turn terminal, and I apply minoxidil, my hairs are not going to fall out. My terminal hairs will not fall out. At what point in time will you fully grow your terminal hairs? Because the whole purpose, in our case through the beard journey, of using minoxidil is to speed through the anagen phase of hair growth, the actual growth phase of hair growth, and the exogen phase where the shedding actually occurs. I'd also like to mention what he mentions about shaving. If you shave, most won't grow back. You know, personally, I did shave, and I think it does vary again. It does vary again, person to person. But I did shave every 2 weeks or so, and personally, I did not notice any difference in terms of effectiveness in growing or converting my vellus into terminal hairs. So some people asked me what other products I used with minoxidil, and to be honest with you, I actually did not use any other products other than biotin, and I think I used coconut oil and the derma roller, and that was it. Those are the 3 products that I used. Maybe occasionally I might have used a lotion, but overall, yeah, those are the 3 products I used. There were other people that mentioned that they would recommend using Jamaican castor oil, and I did look into the benefits of using that, and I'd say it's actually highly beneficial. It contains vitamin E, which is known to help fight off free radicals. Free radicals can cause damage to your skin cells or other cells in your body, and you know, minoxidil contains alcohol that it can damage your skin, and so vitamin E would be highly beneficial, in my opinion, to fight off not only the damage that the minoxidil could cause on your skin, but also it can help, from my understanding, prevent in itchy skin. I've even heard of people using it on their scalp to prevent dandruff as well. And it also mentions that it contains omega-6 and omega-9 fatty acids, which I'm not actually entirely familiar with, but I do think I might consider using that just personally in my own regime or regime. I don't know how the hell you say that word, regime. I'm gonna have to look up. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I mean, if you guys wanted to ask on my opinion of Jamaican castor oil, I would recommend it based upon what I researched. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Question I received was, does it cause baldness? And he's using it to grow his beard. So to answer that question quite simply, minoxidil is actually used to treat androgenic alopecia. So that would be male pattern baldness on the scalp. And with that said, I personally don't believe it would cause baldness, because after all, it's used to treat male pattern baldness on the scalp.